Hi, I'm David Stark. I'm here at PAX East and I'm showing off my game, which is called Airships Conquer the Skies. The game is a real-time strategy game where you build steampunk airships out of modules. Then you can use your ship designs to fight against other people's ships, and you can also conquer the world by taking over a map in conquest mode, fighting different enemies including giant squid, dragons, huge spiders and stuff like that. So the main objective of the game in conquest mode is basically to conquer the world, or to bring it under your benevolent reign for the betterment of mankind, or whatever you want to say. So you have your ships, you have your navy, and you take over the rest of the world bit by bit, fighting against different ship designs along the way. So I actually started working as kind of a normal programmer, doing boring kind of user interface type stuff, and pretty much went, this is too much, I want to make games one day. That was about 10 years ago. It's taken me quite a long time to get here, but now I'm making computer games. Actually, I grew up with Macintosh games, so I was playing Myst, I was playing Glider. I guess the game that really got me into game development was called Escape Velocity. It's kind of an elite-like space combat game which you could do an early form of modding in. So one of the games I played a lot as a kid was called Master of Orion 2. It's this really cool 4X game, and one of the things it had was a ship design mode where you could build your own spaceships. So originally I wanted to make a game about building spaceships. At some point I thought, well, spaceship combat's actually a bit boring and dry. If I make it a steampunk game, the combat's going to be a lot more dynamic and a lot more kind of raw. You can kind of do more ramming and pulling and stuff like that. So that was kind of the idea behind the game. Yeah, there were a bunch of different long game influences. I guess I would quote Girl Genius, the webcomic, Howl's Moving Castle, any number of kind of steampunk things, a lot of Studio Ghibli things, and so on. And I guess also just spending a lot of time as a kid, like drawing spaceships and submarines and stuff in this kind of side-on view. So I've made a whole bunch of smaller games before that. I made one tiny commercial game before that, which was very badly received. And this is kind of my first major title, which I spent quite a lot of time on. So I started working on this in about September 2013. It was originally just going to be a little side project. I basically wanted to make a game where you made some airships and then you could make them explode, almost kind of as a catharsis. And I started blogging about the development early on. I got really positive feedback. So it developed from a kind of a prototype side project into a fully fledged job eventually. So now I'm working on this full time. It's in early access and it's due out at the start of August this year. Yeah, I mean, I definitely learned a lot of new things. I mean, I started working on this 5 years ago and there were any number of concepts I wasn't even aware of, like how do you do sound design? How do you do animation? The idea of having a color scheme in your game, all that kind of stuff was more things which I did wrong at first, and then it wasn't very good, and I kind of figured out what the concepts were I even had to learn to be able to improve the game. Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of a game about simulation, so you get a whole bunch of really weird bugs. I guess my favorite weird bug was, so it's a cartoon where you have like, I think it's Wile E. Coyote or something, and he chops down a tree with an axe, and at the end of it, the ground falls away. And I literally had this as a bug in the game. Like if you smashed into a tree, the top of the tree would stay where it is, and the entire ground would fall away because I got confused about which bit the ground was. So you get a lot of that kind of thing. You also get some serendipitous things. Like I made a kind of a killer robot that would eat crew members, and then I implemented planes as a type of crew member, which meant that the killer robot would also kind of snatch and eat plays, which I didn't intend to happen, but it was really cool, so I kind of left that in. Yes, this is my first time at PAX. It's actually the first time I'm showing the game outside of Europe. I'm actually from Switzerland originally. It's actually been really nice coming here for the first time and showing the game off at the booth. My experience has actually been really nice. I think we have a good location here. We've had a lot of people come by. We've had a lot of really good feedback. And it's been busy, but not like overwhelmingly busy. I think this is pretty much my favorite place where I've shown the game so far. So I would definitely be up for coming back, either with this game or with a future project. It kind of depends on what you like. So you can go on Google and just search for Airships and game, and you'll get the Steam page. You can read up on it on the website, or you can watch YouTube videos. There's a guy called Stuff Plus who has done dozens of videos about the game. A lot of people get into it that way, and you can kind of see how it's being played and so on.